for no gain. Here's 2nd and 10.
Defense wins championships, baby. 56 to Mike. 56 to Mike. 3 buzz, 3 buzz, 3 buzz.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. They'll take this to the other side.
DeAndre Swift. That's good for a Lions.
First down.
One of the ways the quarterbacks
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Out of the gun, Stafford. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away.
Stafford on the keeper.
There looked like nobody
Incomplete on the throwaway.
They've given up a few first downs
It's
on this
2nd
drive.
down
Getting
and
the
10.
incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Check. Check hot route. Real right, 22.
Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And this one goes nowhere.
Stafford's
losing
pass.
yardage on the play
Complete
back at
to
the 46.
number 9.
It's a
Tackled back at the 46-yard line.
And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know, the thought process
Adrian
is
Peterson on the carry.
one interception.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12
will be successful
at the 12-yard line.
And give him the football.
Eluding the pressure right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that good enough incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he finds McLaurin.
The
and
pass.
he'll take this across the
Complete
25
to Terry
before
McLaurin.
going out of bounds. They give him 16
A
yards
gain of
there,
16
and it's a
yards.
Washington 1st down.
And a Washington 1st down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He finds an opening past the 40. And he finds Howard complete. As he'll get this
That's
one
the
out to
end of the first quarter with no
We're
score.
scoreless after 1. Back to throw now on 1st down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got it. And he'll work it across midfield inside
pass
the 45.
complete
Another
to
nice
Terry
gain, 13
McLaurin.
yards that time, and another
A
first
gain of
down.
13
That
yards.
certainly has to feel good.
First
It's
down,
not all the
Washington.
time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll air this one out deep for Sims. And that is incomplete. He couldn't
The
hold on
pass
through the contact.
intended for
Brings up
Steven
second
Sims.
So much about defending the
Incomplete.
pass is being able to be right there at the moment
Brings
the
up
ball gets to
2nd
the
and
receiver.
10.
He was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
On 2nd down, Peterson. And he's dropped right at the 40.
Adrian Peterson, the ball carrier.
Well, they didn't get a whole
He's
lot
tackled
out of
at the
that one,
40-yard line.
Continue to try and
A
run it, try and
3-yard
keep the defense
pickup.
honest.
You mean
And
also
it's
just
third
sit back, dare you
down.
to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Normally, you
The
think the
pass
tight end's going to be able to catch the
intended for
football
O.J.
and handle
Howard.
contact, but in this
Incomplete.
case, maybe a little too much target to
Eddie
hit.
Pinheiro
That one was
on
timed
for the
well.
field goal.
Incomplete.
A 57-yard attempt.
And this is good. From
The kick is good.
57 yards out.
Makes this
Miles
Washington
away right
3.
there.
Lions
These
nothing.
kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their
The
history.
Lions
You'll
take
find
over
that they were
first and
big-time
10
athletes
at
all
their own
along.
20-yard
But their
line.
kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. 4 down, 4 down. Hey, 22. No.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he's
DeAndre
gonna be
Swift,
met
the
at
ball
line of
carrier.
scrimmage and taken down.
Deron Payne on the stop.
Deron Payne, the big D
He'll
tackle
gain
there
on the
to make
play.
stop.
Brings up
Officially
second
nothing on
and
that
10
last run. They'll try
at the
again,
20-yard
second
line.
and 10.
22.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one across the
DeAndre
35.
Swift. That's good
17
for
yards
a
on the
Lion.
catch and run. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Rush in. Rush in. Rush in.
From the gun, Stafford. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get him
Stafford's
down after a
pass.
pickup of 8.
Complete
Second
to
and 2.
DeAndre Swift.
Facing a second
8
and 2
yards
after
on the
that last
pickup.
catch. Good for
Brings
the
up
Browns.
second and
They
2
run out of the
at the
gun.
45-yard
And he'll
line.
go down right around the 47
DeAndre
this time.
Swift. That's
We always
good
talk about
for a
being down in
Lion.
distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook.
First and 10
2,
at the
that means your
47-yard
playbook's wide
line.
open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
A good throw here, finding Pascal. And this one goes
Stafford's
nowhere.
pass.
Losing
Complete
yardage on the
to
play
Zach
back at the
Pascal.
46.
A
That
loss
one
of 2
unable to
brings
develop,
up
never got
second and
going.
12
A loss of a
at the
couple,
46-yard
and it's second
line.
down.
Mike 54. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Right there.
Operating from the gun, Stafford. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass
Matthew
rush gets
Stafford
home.
sacked
Chase Young
by Chase
picks
Young.
up his second sack
An
of the
11-yard
afternoon.
loss on the
Are
play.
you seeing what I'm
Brings up
seeing?
third
That's
down.
3 sacks now. And this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Throwing deep for Galladay. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
Stafford's
And a
pass.
turnover there.
Intercepted by
Giants will
Washington.
get the football back.
They'll take over first
Well, I
and
tell
10
you, Brandon, this
at their own
ball's intercepted, but it
13-yard
is
line.
third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Steps away. Incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best design plays. That was good coverage along the sideline. No place for that one to get in there.
It sails incomplete.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And they will finally get him, but not
The
in
Second down pass.
Inside the 15-yard line.
Intercepted.
The CD, I know it's just his
The Lions
second year
take
in the
over
league as a
first and
quarterback,
10
but that's going
at
to be
the
one when he flips
12-yard
on the tape.
line.
He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
But we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably.
And he'll get into the end zone.
DeAndre Swift.
DeAndre Swift. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy.
Will set up for the
Thanks
two-point
goes to the
conversion.
offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone
The two-point
understands
conversion is successful. That makes the score Lions 8, Washington 3. Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
This will make it into the end zone. Gets past one man. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. That'll be caught at Steven Sims. And they'll
The
get it up
pass.
just short of the 45
Complete to
at the
Steven
44.
Sims.
The drive
A gain of
starting play, a
19
good one.
yards.
Give him 19.
First down, Washington.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Open man here, Sims complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Complete to
This
Steven
duo
Sims.
locked in, 14 yards
A gain
there,
of 14.
and a first down.
And a Washington
Creeping up
first
on a minute
down.
to play in this first half. On play action, they'll throw. And he'll let one go deep for Howard. And he is into the end zone for the Washington touchdown.
Washington.
O.J. Howard with touchdown number 7 on the year.
Eddie
And
Pinheiro
Washington
lining up
has
for the extra
retaken
point.
the lead. And he puts it through.
His kick is
it's a 10-8
good.
game now.
Makes this Washington 10, Lions 8.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no
The
effort to
Lions
bring
take
this one
over
out.
first
It's a
and 10
touchback.
at their own 25-yard line.
It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma go out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. I know run to
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team.
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down.
Matthew Stafford
And Washington
sacked.
now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
He's brought down
As
back at
clock
the
shows 50
16-yard
seconds to play
line.
here in half number 1. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out.
Stafford's pass intended for Devin
He was looking for the
Funchess.
connection with Devin
Incomplete.
Funchess. Third down
It's
here.
now third
Well, as we get
and
ready for
19.
third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
Matthew Stafford sacked
Now
by
Washington
Chase
going to
Young.
use the second of their 3
An
timeouts.
8-yard loss
As they'll
brings
stop
up
it with just
fourth
over
down.
40 seconds to go in the first half. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The
Washington will
sets
take
it
over
up
first
just
and
across
10
midfield.
at their own 48-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they looked really good.
They jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full
intended for Steven Sims. Incomplete.
A little bit, right, trying to peel their way.
Desmond Trufant on the coverage.
But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. Open man is Denzel Mims. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Pass.
That good for
complete
21
to
yards
Denzel
on the catch and
Mims.
run.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Washington.
Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch.
And he tucks it in. Touchdown,
Washington.
Steven Sims Jr. hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
Eddie Pinheiro lining up for the extra point.
He's got it,
and
the
kick is good.
17-8.
Makes this Washington 17. Lions 8.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not
the Lions
being a good
take
one.
over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the Lions.
You don't want to overthink it in this situation. Either side.
Devin Funchess. That's good for a Lion.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Seconds remaining in this first half. Stafford on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And he's got it again.
Stafford's pass intercepted by Washington. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at their own 46. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe.
That's the end of the first half. With this Washington 17, Lions 8.
As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. There'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one. As he's
the Lions take over first and 10
now whistles
at their own 15-yard line.
By the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Hey, watch the sled. Watch the sled.
From the gun, Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. Second down.
Intended for Devin Funchess. Incomplete. Coverage there by Earl Thomas.
And here's another example on that last play.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Second and 10, Stafford again. Stafford for the third time is intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Intercepted by Washington. They'll take over first and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score, at least where it is.
And down inside the 15.
Adrian Peterson on the carry.
It's a first down.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. A gain of 11 on the play.
Because they had a
First
lot of extra
down,
help
Washington.
up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to
Adrian
run it,
Peterson,
and that
the
gives
ball
you an
carrier.
advantage when you do decide
Tackle
to
made
barrel
at the
off line of
9-yard
scrimmage
line.
and block people
It's a
downfield.
pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They give it to Peterson. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard
Adrian
line.
Peterson on
In
the
first
carry.
half, he was held in check
Tackle
on the
made
ground,
at
but
the
despite their
5-yard
lack of
line.
production, they
A
still
gain
have
of
the lead.
4.
And they've got to feel
And it's
fortunate about
third
that. If they could actually
down.
get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
They'll run it. Here's Peterson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's
Adrian
not a very
Peterson,
generous
the ball
one. He looks
carrier.
to be about a yard or
Danny
so
Shelton
short.
made
Just a
the
1-yard
stop.
pickup there, and it'll
A
be
gain of a
4th
yard.
down.
It's now 4th down.
They're going to go for it now, 4th and 2. Remember, they can still get the first down at the 1-yard line, though.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Watch a slat, watch a slat, watch a slat. Under 10, 10.
And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So out comes
Eddie
the field goal
Pinheiro
team now
on
for the
for the
second
field
time
goal.
here today.
A
From the
20-yard
right hash, and
attempt.
this one just a chipping. This is up
The
and
kick
good from
is good.
Pinheiro. And that
Makes
stretches
this
this
Washington
lead to
20.
20-8.
Lions
A good
8.
drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
But credit the defense too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me
Stafford's
once, you know,
pass.
when we're having a tough
Complete
patch.
to DeAndre Swift.
This two-shell pass.
Brought
and
down
finally
back
get
at the
that
19-yard
patch.
line.
But you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And this one incomplete.
Stafford's pass.
Too much contact
Intended
to
for
hold on to that one.
DeAndre
It's third
Swift.
down.
Incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not
Brings
hitting
up
him before
3rd
the ball
down
arrived,
and
I've got to
13.
tell you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Stafford with a play fake to Swift, and he'll set to throw. That's into the hands of Pascal. And
Stafford's
he's going to be
pass.
brought down short
Complete
of the
to
first
Zach
at about the
Pascal.
31-yard line.
A gain
They
of
do
12
get 12,
yards.
but they'll be marked
Brings
short.
up 4th down.
And that leads to a 4th down.
Check 52, 32.
They'll try it now with Swift. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough.
DeAndre Swift.
They only got
That's
a couple,
good
but a
for
couple's all
the
that they
Lions.
needed as they convert on 4th. The 4th
1st and 10
down,
at the
successful.
33-yard
They'd like to
line.
pay it off on 1st down. Here's Swift. And he'll get this all the way up to
DeAndre
about the
Swift, the
35.
ball carrier.
Bringing it
Jonathan
down there,
Allen on the
Jonathan
tackle.
Allen.
Well, it's tough time to get him
A
established.
gain of
but
a
in my
yard.
estimation,
Brings
they've got
up
to pick up
2nd
the urgency
and
here.
9
They've got to get quickly in
at
and
the
out of the huddle
35-yard
and run
line.
off a bunch more plays.
59.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45.
DeAndre Swift. That's good for the Lions.
They certainly had success throughout this contest.
First and
getting
10
the ball
at the
in the passing
44-yard
game.
line.
Picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Alert! Mike, 55. Check.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Stafford on the keeper.
T.J. Hockenson.
Intended for T.J. Hockenson.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him
Incomplete.
just sit in the pocket and get
It's now
comfortable.
second
That's
and
opposite
10.
a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Stafford's pass. Complete to Devin Funches.
They do get a yard.
A gain of
there, but
1.
only a yard.
Brings up
Leaves them
third
with
down
third
and 9.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing again is Stafford. Well, he will not be able to hang on through the contact.
Stafford's pass.
It's incomplete.
Intended for
The coverage
DeAndre
strong,
Swift.
and now it's
Incomplete.
fourth down.
Well, they had
Results
success
in a
getting
fourth
the ball to
down.
him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. No returning
Washington
this one. It sails
takes
out of
over
bounds.
first and 10
And they'll spot it right
at their
the
own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
Adrian Peterson on the carry.
And trying to finish this
Desmond
game off.
Trufant brought him
They
down.
need the running game to come back
Tackle
to life.
made
They
back at
need
the
to get
17-yard
sparked that
line.
way. Take some time off the clock and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
J.B. Collins.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now
The
throwing
second
this
down
game.
pass.
And I know this the holiday
Intercepted.
season, because here we
The
are.
Lions take over first and 10 at the 31-yard
For his
line.
own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one
Stafford's
incomplete.
pass. Intended for Zach Pascal. Incomplete.
To show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued.
Kendall
You're
Fuller
right
there
back
on
out
the
there after
coverage.
the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the
Kenny
football.
Galladay. That's good for the Lions.
And it'll move the chains.
First and goal at the 9-yard
We
line.
come back. This is the
That's
National
the end of the
Football
third
League on
quarter of
EA
play
Sports.
with the Washington
First
20,
and goal, and they got to be
Lions
thinking
8.
a chance to get right back into this football game. Operating for the gun. Stafford. That's complete. Right around the 8. And
Stafford's
here he'll get it
pass.
down to the
Complete
7.
to DeAndre
That's good
Swift.
for only a couple.
A pickup of 2
That's the
brings
mismatch
up
that you
second
want.
and
You want to
goal
force a linebacker
at the
to try and cover
7-yard
your
line.
back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play
Stafford's
he made there in
pass.
the open field.
Complete to
Only
DeAndre
able to
Swift.
pick up 2, and that
A
leads us
2-yard
to third
pickup
and goal.
brings
That
up
might feel
third
like a little
and
bit of a
goal.
lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Puts it on the ground. Fortunate to get that football.
Stafford
back.
on the
He's
keeper.
trailing here in the second half. Last thing
A
they needed was to
fumble
lose
on
the
the
possession.
play.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Matt
Now it's
Prater
Matt
on
Prater
for the field
for
goal.
the Lion field goal try.
A 25-yard
That's from
attempt.
25 yards out. And in his 15th
It is
season, he's able to
good.
get this one to go.
Makes Next is Washington 20, Lions 11.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
To the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And only able to get this to the 19.
Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think
Adrian Peterson, the Washington ball carrier. He's brought down at the 20-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll air this one out from Mend. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Jeff Okudah.
Jeff Okudah.
39-yard line.
The second down pass. Intercepted.
Right now, after that one,
The Lions take over first and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it
DeAndre Swift, the ball carrier.
Keep throwing it.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
From the gun, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Stafford's pass intended for T.J. Hawkinson. Incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver,
It's now
plays to
third
their
down
advantage
and 9
downfield.
yards
Go up and
to
make
go.
the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And a good job defensively. They stopped him
Stafford's
short
pass
of first at
complete
the 32.
to DeAndre
That one
Swift.
good for only 6.
A
and
gain
it
of
leaves them
6
with a
yards.
fourth down. One thing
It's
I think
fourth
it's safe
down.
to say defensively, the tackling's been
Matt
really
Prater
good.
on for
And
the
because
field
of
goal.
that, it's been very,
A
very hard for them to
49-yard
move the ball
attempt.
because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays. Harder to move.
All right, so they needed
Next
2
is
scores to get
Washington
back in the game.
20,
The field goal there, maybe
Lions
not exactly
14.
what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means
The quarterback runs it on the option.
But you are a little bit
Desmond
more careful
Trufant
about what
brought
you're
him
calling.
down.
You want plays
A gain
that
of
are gonna
14.
gain yardage,
And
how
a
would you say,
Washington first
consistently,
down.
Right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Now this throw caught left side. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Complete to Steven
Huge
Sims.
play there for Washington.
A gain of 42 yards on the play.
So the big play
First
gets them all
down,
the way down to
Washington.
the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. Now a throw here, hold in. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an
The pass
eyelash. Dropped at
complete
the 1.
to Steven
Back-to-back
Sims.
receptions for him, and it's another
First and
down.
goal at the 1-yard line.
It's first and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. And he gets halfway there, down to
Adrian
the 1
Peterson,
yard
the
line.
Washington ball
It's a gain
carrier.
of a yard, and it'll set up second
Stopped
and
short of the goal
goal.
line.
Second and
It's
goal
a gain of a
from the
yard.
1.
Brings up second and goal.
Run for Peterson. And he
Adrian Peterson, the ball carrier. He was brought down by Trey Flowers.
-2 yards brings up third down.
Don't try my patience. I'm gonna pour out one for the set.
That was AP, Adrian Peterson. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting.
Eddie Pinheiro on for the field goal.
Yeah, and they stopped him
A
behind the line
24-yard
right there. They
attempt.
obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So on fourth
Eddie
down,
Pinheiro
now
on
trots
for the
kicker
field goal.
in a big spot
A
here.
24-yard
This to make
attempt.
it a 2-score game. And that is going to be
His kick is
pushed it
no
right into the
good.
line. And this score will
That
stay
keeps
right
this
where it is.
Washington 20.
That one hurts a bit.
Lions
That was a
14.
golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical
Stafford's
play on the
pass
football there on
intended
second
for
down.
T.J.
And that's one of
Hawkinson.
those plays where it's hard to
Incomplete.
keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the
DeAndre Baker
contact's
there
coming,
defensively.
let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends, who you would think could absorb that contact.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Ron Darby. And they will finally get him as he's
Stafford's
all the way
pass
down near the
intercepted
40-yard
by
line.
Washington.
Just a little
They'll
bit
take
of a
over
rough
first
stretch.
and
6
10
interceptions
at
now
the
in these last 2
41-yard
weeks
line.
combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. First down, here's the run with Peterson. And he'll get inside the 40
Adrian
to maybe
Peterson, the
38-yard
Washington
line.
ball carrier.
The big nose tackle,
Danny Shelton made
there
the
to
stop.
swallow him up. Charles, why
A
didn't they just take
3-yard
the knee
pickup.
there?
You're asking
Brings
the
up
question
second
that I'm
and
asking
7
as well,
at the
because
Lions'
we've seen a lot of
38-yard
football
line.
where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? When Miracle at the Meadowlands, all they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped.
Adrian Peterson on the carry. He was brought down by Trey Flowers.
1978. I think it was in November.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's third down. Today's final